Hello and welcome to TA for Traders. It's Tuesday the 27th of June and I'm Nigel Croft. In this short video we'll be looking at the AUS-200 index. What we'll see is that overall the charts look bearish. On the weekly we are still in a medium-term uptrend, but we're getting towards the lower boundary, and what we'll see on the daily and the 4-hour charts is that the moving averages are going to give downside pressure on this index. Whoops, haven't made it large. Let's make the screen large for you. And here we have the usual daily. So each candle represents 1 day's trade. You can see that we've consolidated over the last 3 or 4 weeks, and we're pushing down towards the lower boundary of that trading range. You can see that on the 25th of May there was a bearish cross created as the 20 crossed the 50-day moving down. That's a bearish signal and is bearish for the medium term. You can see these moving averages are now tracking down, and the 20-day at 57.33.3 will give any resistance to the upside and is a downside influence on this market. The RSI, you could say we've had a non-confirmation recently, but I'm going to ignore that. It's below 44.2 at the moment. The reason I'm going to ignore the non-confirmation is that if you count back 14 days, you're back to about the 6th of June. So over the next 3 days, up days will be dropping out of the calculation, so that's going to drift lower, and I'm guessing it's going to go below 40.56 as we drift lower, and especially as the big rise that we saw on the 13th of June, once that drops out in 2 or 3 days, you will see the RSI fall down. Support comes in on this daily at the 200-day 56.33.7. On the weekly, you can see this the parallel lines that I've drawn of a trading range through the highs and the low that's been in place all this year. We're getting towards the lower boundary of this range. There is supports before there. I mean, on this chart, we've got the 50-week coming in at 56.17. However, the moving averages, the 20-week is starting to roll over. The RSI is negative in a downtrend. It's just gone below 50, 48.44. So does bode that it is a clarification. We've got negative momentum, as we're seeing also in the MACD, which are, although they're above zero, the short term is moving well below the longer term. On the 4-hour, again you've got the moving averages tracking down just above the market as downside influence. RSI again in a downtrend, and the MACD below zero and just starting to diverge and shout out sell. On the support resistance levels, resistance at the 54-hour at 30.51. 20-day 33.33, and then supports 56.50.2, and then at the 200-day 56.33.69. So that's been TA for Traders, having a look at the AUS-200 index. Just for the clarification, the sentiment remains negative on the index. On the weekly there is an uptrend in place, but we're getting towards the lower boundary. On the daily and 4-hour, the moving averages are pointing down, and we do expect the supports to be tested. Thanks very much for watching this video. Please remember, these videos are not an investment recommendation, they're just my opinion, and I'm doing these videos on YouTube for educational purposes. Many thanks.